Today I have the pleasure to introduce to you a brand new writing unit. We are going to start writing informational books. We can also call these teaching books. There are lots of different kinds of books in libraries. I know that you have seen books that look like these, Dolphin Tale, and you have seen books that look like these. It's titled Dive Dolphin. This book right here is a story. This book right here is an informational book. They are very different. And earlier this year, we did the work of creating a Venn diagram to compare how they are different. So we won't go into great detail comparing the two, but know that we are going to be working on writing books like this, informational books. Now, one thing for certain about informational books, they contain facts and they tell information, teaching people about the topic of the book. In this case, we can tell the topic is about dolphins. Informational books have so many exciting parts that I am excited to explore with you over the next few weeks. Now, just like any other writing that we have accomplished this year, the first thing that we want to do is to think about what we would like to write about. And when we're thinking about how to write a teaching book, the first thing that you'll need to do is to think of a topic. Just like any other kind of writing, I want you to think about a topic that you know a lot about, a topic that you could already teach about. So here's my little representation of a person thinking, and this person is thinking about a dog. Maybe they know a lot about taking care of dogs. This person is thinking about soccer. This person is thinking about yoga. When we write teaching books, we are thinking about this main question: what do I know a lot about? What do I know a lot of facts about? And sometimes I just start thinking about my day. What do I accomplish from morning until afternoon and into the evening that I could tell about? That's the first thing you'll want to do when you think of a topic. Once you think of a topic that you know a lot about, you want to put on your teacher's hat or your teacher's glasses, because you get to become the expert. You get to tell others what you know. And the way that you do that is by making sure that you come up with a solid plan for telling those things. You wouldn't want me to sit here in front of you today and be the teacher and start talking like, well, let's pretend I didn't have a plan. You wouldn't want me to start talking like this. Hi guys, hi first graders. I think I'm here to teach math today. Oh no, we're going to be learning writing. That would be terrible teaching. I have to come each day with a plan so that everybody knows what they are going to be learning about. And I know two great strategies for coming up with a plan to teach. One is to say your plan on your fingers, and then two, you take what you say and you can sketch it across pages. Third and finally, to be able to publish our books, we'll have to get to the writing. We'll actually write down the words that we want to teach others. I want to show you how this might be done. So I'm going to put on my teaching hat, and today I'm going to teach you about a topic that I know a lot about. I happen to really know a lot about these three things, and I think today I'm going to teach you about yoga. Pause and think of a topic. What can you teach about? What do you know a lot about that you can teach others? Is there a sport or a game or a show or a kind of animal that you know a lot about? I have to put on my teaching hat if I plan to teach you about yoga. And I have to develop a plan. I can use my 5 fingers for my plan. Imagine my 5 fingers are just like the web that we created last week when we were coming up with facts about a topic that we knew a lot about. The palm of your hand, that's where your topic goes. So the palm of my hand is yoga. And my fingers, they all act like one of those lines that comes out from the center circle of the web. Each one of these fingers gets to represent something I can teach about. So let's see if I can play teacher to teach about my topic, yoga, because I know a lot about yoga. So let's see. I'll say it on my fingers. Class, the first thing I want to teach you about yoga is I want to teach you what it is. Yoga is a way to stretch and hold your body in poses. The second thing I want to teach about, yoga requires a mat. The third thing I want to teach about yoga is yoga was first from India. The next thing, let me think hard. I want to teach about yoga. Let me think for a second. It's important that I have enough to teach about a topic, so let me think. The next thing I want to teach about yoga is, I know. Breathing is really important in yoga. Appropriate and proper breath. And then the fifth thing I can teach everybody about yoga is that yoga is good for anyone. Anyone can participate in yoga. There, I said my plan on my fingers. Pause and plan. Say it on your fingers. You can use your fingers to teach one thing, then another about your topic. Hold up a new finger each time you shift to a new thing about your topic. Now it's time to sketch my plan across pages, just like this picture right here shows. You would sketch each picture 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fingers across 5 pages. You can find those pages in Seesaw, or you can use paper of your own. Either way, that would work just fine. I have my paper here ready for you to see on my chart. So the first sketch, and remember, these are sketches. So I'm going to use quick stick figures, and I'm going to use quick art right now rather than my final published pieces, okay? So my first finger was about yoga is a discipline that requires poses and it requires stretching. So I'm drawing myself in the downward dog position doing one of those poses. My second finger, I talked about bringing a mat as one material that I would need with me. Just because I'm thinking about it right now, I also know when I go to yoga, I use blocks, and sometimes I use like a towel or a rolled up rug as well. So I'm going to put those in my sketch quickly in case I want them to add details later. The third thing I wanted to teach about yoga was that it was first from India. So there's my quick earth and my quick India. The next thing, my fourth finger, was how breath is so important. So there's my nose with air coming in, and here is my mouth with my air or breath going out. And my fifth finger, the one I'm most excited about, is that I really would love to teach that yoga is for everyone. So now this even gives some purpose to my teaching book. I know that this teaching book could really be for anyone interested in trying yoga. And that also helps me to think about my writing here as I continue on with my work today. Now it's your turn. Pause again and sketch across the pages. Remember, each sketch will show a different thing that you're teaching about your one topic. Something that might help you with those quick sketches is to add a heading to each of the pages. You already know what headings are from earlier studies of informational texts during the school year. So you might add one of your own. They look really professional anyway. So the first thing I might add is poses and stretching. That might be my heading for this page. My heading for this page, I think I'll call it supplies, because I said that I guess there was more than just the mat that I used. And on this page, I'll just simply call it India. My heading for this one will definitely be the breath. Headings usually are a word or a phrase. They're not long. They're just telling the reader what that page is going to be mostly about. Now, I know you already know that. And then I think this last page, I'll just put everyone so that we know who can participate. Sometimes people use questions as headings too. I could have done that just as well here. I could have written who can participate, question mark. That would have been nice, and maybe I'll change that later. So the third and final thing, and this is a huge lesson today, I know, so thanks for sticking with me. The third and final thing to write my teaching book is I need to write the words. And when I write the words, I have to think about a lot of things. That first of all, right now in the writing process, this is just a draft. So right now, this is the time that I get my words down on the page to match my plan, but it's my best spelling and my best capitalizing and my best punctuation and my best spacing, but it might not be my final published, revised, and edited copy yet. So you'll see what I mean. I'm going to just show you how I would add the words today to the first couple of pages, and then I'm going to let you know what you should work on. So for example, for this first page, I'm going to think out loud, what is it that I need to teach people that maybe have never done yoga before or are interested in yoga? What do I need to teach them about poses and stretching? And what comes to my mind first is there are a lot of poses in yoga that all are good for the body and help with overall health. So I think that's what I'll write. I'll write there, and that's a sight word, so I'm going to write it in a snap. R, snap, another sight word. Another sight word. Lot of, another sight word. Yoga. Now I happen to know that because I know how to spell my topic, and you probably do too. Yoga poses. Pose as. There are a lot of yoga poses, period. Notice how I worked really hard to stretch the sound in poses. If I have to come back and change that spelling later, I will do that. My next page, supplies. Ooh, this is a great opportunity for me to tell people that are brand new to yoga what they might need to bring or be prepared to use. Remember, I'm teaching people who have never participated in yoga before. So I want to make sure that it's really clear what they need to have handy. So I'm going to say you, talking right to my reader, you will need a mat. Period. Now, as you can imagine, I'm going to continue on my writing. But now it's your turn. I want you to pause this video and to take the time to write your words to match your pictures and your headings. I'm so excited to find out what you all are experts about and what you will all be able to teach me and others about. It's going to be a fantastic week for writing authors. Thank you so much for joining me today. Good luck with your assignment and happy writing.